This is video number 90 for cello students. Learn to play on our C string, the string that we have not played on just yet. It's your lowest, fattest string right here. We're also going to learn to play 144 through 147 in your book, as well as learn how to read the notes in the C string on the staff. So you need to be open to page number 36 in your book. Now, the little box up at the top, it shows you how to play all these notes, but I'm going to review that with you anyways. First thing I want you to do is just to play 4 open Cs, no fingers down. Remember, the lower the string, the thicker, the fatter the string, the less bow you should use. Don't use that much, use only that much, and the more weight you should use. So even though it's a quarter note, I'm only going to go a little bit above half. That would depend somewhat on your tempo. Try to make your open C sound like mine. Play 4 open C string. Use a lot of weight here. Don't make this mistake. We don't want that, okay? Pull it back towards your body. Pull your arms towards your body and dig into the string that way. Otherwise, you're going to get gross scratchies now, okay? Echo me, 4 Cs. C, 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 C. Now, the notes on the C string work just like on the other strings. As you add notes, just goes up the alphabet. So A, B, C, 1 finger is D, 3 fingers is E, 4 fingers is F. Now notice I said F and not F sharp, right? That's because this is F natural. Just like this was C natural over here, this is F natural. Now I need you to think about this for a second. In C major, everything's natural. You can play this note. F is good, everything's natural. How about in G major though? This note, 4 fingers on the C string, not gonna work because that is an F. And G major, all Fs must be sharp. Is there an F sharp on this string? Yes. Will we learn it? Yes. Today? No. Not till book 2. Not till a good little ways into book 2. So, F natural. Is it okay in D major? Nope. Because you have to have all Fs are sharp and all Cs are sharp. So this is only good right now for C major. Are there other keys? Yes, we just haven't learned them yet. Okay? So there are many times you can play that note, just not yet. All right, so play 4 Fs now. 4th finger on the C string. Now make sure you're using the weight of your arm to hold the string down. Notice where my elbow is. It's not bent like that, and my elbow is my wrist is not bent, and my elbow is not down. If you're playing like this, you're using the weight of your fingers. Not enough. That is a big old fat string. You got to use all your strength coming from your arm. Play 4 Fs. Echo me. Get a good solid sound. Go. F, 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 F. Now we have F and now 3 fingers. If you remember, this is E. Do 2 Fs, 2 Es. And go F, F, E, E. Now do 4 Ds. What is D? 1 finger. 4 Ds. And go D, 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 D. Now 2 Cs, 2 Ds. Open C and D. C, C, D, D. Now do C, D, E, E. C, D, E. Go C, D, E, E. 2 Ds, 2 Fs. D and then F, 1 and 4. D, D, F, F. Now 2 Cs and 2 Es. Open C and E. Go C, C, E, E. Okay? Now, in a minute you can look in your book, but what I want to do is show you what they look like on the staff. All right? So you're going to notice you guys have used the ledger lines above the staff. You're going to need to use ledger lines below the staff. And I am searching for my marker. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. Okay. So, C, go ahead and look in your book. C, open C, sits on the second ledger line below the staff. So there's this, here's where that staff ends. There's 1 ledger line, 2 ledger lines. That is C, okay? Now, it again works just like it did before. Line space, line space, line space, okay? So if C was on a line, then D, the next note up, has to be on a space. And that's what that's going to look like. It looks a little bit strange. Remember how you had the note, the line below it when you did high D up here? Well, now the line's above it. Looks a little bit strange, but that's how that works, okay? Then the next one is gonna be E, and it's gonna be on a line. And then F is gonna be right below the staff, okay? So line, space, line, space. This is the one I think looks a little bit strange. It looks like that was flipped backwards. No, that's exactly how it is. You don't put the line there, the line goes here. Okay, think about that. Look, it's just one up from here, and that would mean that it's below that first ledger line, okay? So C is on the second ledger line below the staff. D, one finger, is below the first ledger line below the staff. And then E is on the first ledger line below the staff, and then F is here. Now, if you ever see something lower than this, something's wrong. You don't have a note lower than C, okay? That is your lowest note. You should never see anything lower than that, all right? So let's just play. I don't think you need to shadow bow 144. Let's just play 144. Should be pretty easy. It's just open C. I've got my metronome set to 66. Open C, 144. 1, 2, red C, and go. C, C, C. Remember, you're not going to use too slow bow. You're not going to use a lot of bow. You're going to use a lot of weight. C, 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 off. Now let's go ahead and go on to 145. Again, I don't think we need to shadow bow this one either. It's F, because look, the first note is right below the staff. That is F. How do we play F? 4 fingers. And then just look along. It's F for most of the way, and then you have an open C at the end. Just don't get lost. Mostly Fs. F, 4 fingers in the C string. Lots of weight here. Don't let your wrist bend. Don't let your elbow sag. 1, 2, 145. Fs, go. F, 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 F. Now, slow bow F, slow bow. And here comes the C. Be ready. F, C, F, off. If you missed that, please pause the video and practice it on your own again, because it's not that difficult, and if you miss that, you're really going to miss these others. Now, 146, I do want you to shadow bow. Okay, 146, this is E. E is the first ledger line below the staff. E is on the first ledger line. So shadow bow underneath. These are E. Look how many Fs there are. I see 3 Fs. I see a whole bunch of E's. I see 3 Fs, and I see 1 C. Shadow bow, 1, 2, E's, 3 fingers. E, 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 3 fingers, E. Now look ahead, here comes an F. Back to E, back to F, C. Forte, forte, off. Now play that with me. 1, 2, 146, go. E's. More E's. Now look ahead. What's this one? It's an F. Back to E. Back to F. Open C. Forte, off. Okay? And going on to the next one. Again, I want you to shadow bow first. D's, a whole bunch of D's. D sits below the first ledger line below the staff. Then I see a C. I see 1 C. A whole bunch of D's. I see 2 E's and an F. Find all of those notes. Now be ready to shadow bow. 1, 2, shadow bow. 47. D, 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 D. Now look ahead. What's this? It's a C. Now a D. Now E's. Forte, forte, off. Now play that with me. D finger down, 1 finger, and 1, 2, red C, and go. D, 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 D. Now open C. Back to D. Now E. Forte, forte, off. Okay? You might need to practice 146 and 147 quite a bit. I would, because 148 and 149 are kind of easy, but then bam, when you get to 152, all of a sudden they just expect you to know your C string notes just like that, okay? And especially 155, which is coming up too. So practice these, even though they seem easy, and make sure you're not memorizing. I mean, even if you're memorizing it, follow along in the music so you're actually reading the notes and committing the notes to memory.